Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you are having a great day. Today's stories includes overprotective parents, favoritism between siblings, entitled brides and wedding drama. Let's start. Am I the idiot for telling my mom to stop protecting my adult sister? My sister, 32, female, and I, 26, female, have almost always had a strained relationship stemming from childhood. It has gotten better over time, however, recent events have caused my sister to ask/talk about everything to me through my mom. I try to keep it open, text her with questions, chat every now and again, but we don't talk every day, which is okay. My mom speaks with her daily, sometimes twice a day, for an hour or more each time. My sister does have a boyfriend, but really lacks any friends. I am getting married, and there was some discrepancy about whether I would give her a +1 for her boyfriend. My fiancé and I agreed all +1s need to be together longer than a year, and we will have had to meet them. They've been together for a couple months, and only I have met him, my fiancé has not. My sister made it sound through my mom that she doesn't want her boyfriend to come to the wedding, since our whole family will be busy obviously, which I understood. So, being that he doesn't check the boxes, and my sister doesn't want him to come, I thought, well, if I don't give her a guest, that would solve the problem for all parties, right? But then, my mom essentially guilt-tripped me into including him. After a blow-up between us, I made the decision myself to include a guest for her. Naturally, now my mom is happy, because my sister is happy. However, I pointed out to my mom that all of the communication surrounding this issue came from her, rather than my sister, who was part of the topic of discussion. My mom then said that, she said you shut her down about it, when my sister never even spoke to me about the situation, but instead went through my mom for this. I finally said to my mom that she is a 32-year-old grown adult, who should be capable of having these communications with me, and that she needs to stop speaking for her. Am I the idiot for saying this? OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the a-hole. The action I took was saying that I am frustrated talking to my sister through my mom, and I may be the a-hole, since I should also be reaching out to my sister to talk about things. OP, give us more info in the comments. Suggest speaking to your sister directly on these kinds of topics, and if she isn't interested in that, then have no communication at all. Yeah, I think that is the point to where we are at now. Problem is, I know that the minute I start the conversation my sister will start crying like a baby and acting as if I'm hurting her. She has a lot of emotional issues that we've all said to her to talk with a therapist about it, but she is unwilling to speak with anyone, other than my mom, about her problems. Why blow up with your mom about it, instead of directly contacting your sister about it? Also, I can't understand why couples need to meet a time requirement to attend a wedding. Specifically, for close family members. If the couple is engaged or married, then obviously we allowed them a +1, because obviously, it would be stupid not to. This was more restricted to couples who are dating. To answer your question about the strictness of this with weddings on and off Reddit, point blank, weddings are not cheap. Parents don't cover the costs for weddings, as they did years ago. We knew this going in. As a kid whose parents invited 400+ people to their 1980 wedding, and didn't even speak to more than half the guests, we wanted to keep things more structured and intimate. This seems to be the trend with weddings these days, and to keep it at that, the guest lists are, of course, kept relatively inclusive of people whom we actually know and talk to. The time requirement is a decision that we felt strongly enough to add here, from the moment we began wedding planning. My sister-in-law has a boyfriend, the same amount of dating time that my sister and her boyfriend have. We've hung out more with sister-in-law's BF, and we still didn't give her a +1, and she is okay with that. That amount of daily communication with your mom, but not communicating with you directly, is weird. Literally. To be fair, she is long distance, only a few hours drive, but even so. I only call my mom once or twice a week, to talk for maybe 10-15 minutes. My sister calls to ask her a question daily, and ends up on the phone for over an hour. We have texting capabilities for a reason. If your sister doesn't have friends, she's likely talking to your mom, because she's lonely. Oh, absolutely. Unfortunately, she never wanted to make a point of making friends, and now that she's older, I know she regrets it. I had to double-check the ages, because, honestly, everyone is acting like teenagers, and most of your perspective just reads of jealousy of your sister's relationship with your mom. I am not necessarily jealous of their relationship. I am frustrated that my mom protects my sister who should be an adult, but who is there to protect me if something happens? Historically, I have also been more independent, because I have had to be, since no one is there for me. Well, first and foremost, it's your wedding, and you and your fiancé make the rules. So, no, you are not the idiot. But maybe your sister doesn't feel comfortable talking to you directly, so that is why she spoke with your mom instead. I mean, she is also her mother, she has every right to talk to her about whatever she wants, but I understand that the way this conversation ended up affecting you, and your wedding plans, is frustrating. Judging from what you told us, you two aren't close, and you said that she is not a very sociable person. If she doesn't have this habit, maybe it would be very difficult for her to talk to you directly. So, she talked to your mom, who she talks to every day. Maybe she was just venting her problems to her, or maybe she did it on purpose, knowing that the information from the conversation would reach your ears. Who knows? Of course, the logical thing would be to have your sister talk to you herself, and ask you for a +1, so she can take her boyfriend to your wedding. But unfortunately, it seems like she doesn't feel comfortable asking you directly. This is something she needs to work, maybe go to therapy or something, but she can't avoid confrontation forever. But, also, you complain to your mom about your sister instead of talking to her directly. So, it looks like you two have this in common. And what would you guys do if you were OP? What suggestions would you give her? And what would you do if you were in a similar situation? Now let's read what the comments say and what OP replies. Not the idiot, you're absolutely right, and your mom shouldn't facilitate the communication between you and your sister. I had the exact same issue with my sister, same age gap as well, and our mom being in the middle only worsened things for all of us. I suggest speaking to your sister directly on these kinds of topics, and if she isn't interested in that, then have no communication at all. Everyone sucks here. You are 100% correct in that. Your sister is an adult and should be capable of having these conversations, instead of talking to your mom, who then talked to you. Their relationship might be unhealthy/codependent. Not really enough info to confirm, but it sounds plausible. I'm guessing you wrote this post out on your phone. Why then, didn't you use that same phone to either call or text your sister yourself, instead of talking to your mom about it? It's your wedding, your guest list, and your sister. You could have been the mature one and just called your sister, and asked her if she wanted him there or not. In this situation, you're just as bad as she is. Not the idiot. Your sister was sly and went behind your back to mom, to try and get you into trouble for not letting her have her own way, even though she never contacted you. I'd redact her guest invite. You realize you went through your mom with your complaint about your sister? You are just as guilty. Everyone sucks here. Your sister shouldn't lie, but you shouldn't play the charade of going through mom, and then pointing fingers after the fact. Not the idiot. OP, I hate to say this, but it sounds like your mom has a favorite, and while I totally agree with what you're saying, your mother may just never want to hear or fix it. Obviously, she cares about your sister's feelings, more than the biggest day of your life going smoothly. I hope your wedding goes amazing, you deserve it. And I'm sorry you're dealing with this favoritism. And what about you guys? What do you think about this situation? Do you agree with the comments? And what advice would you give OP about how to deal with her sister and mom? Do you think she is right for what she said to her mom? What would you do if you were her? Don't forget to leave your comments down below. Oh, are you enjoying the video so far? If so, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications to know when a new video is out. This really helps the channel, so I appreciate it. Now let's go to the next story. Would I be the idiot if I wore white when my sister is the bride? So my sister is getting married in November, mid-November. My birthday is in October, mid-October. Anyways, I've been looking at some restaurants to celebrate my birthday with my core group. Today, as I was searching for a dress to wear for my birthday, and I found the prettiest white dress with sunflowers. Although white gave off autumn vibes, it's also very fairy/hippie-like, which fits my whole aura in general. I excitedly showed my sister the dress, and yes, it's overwhelmingly white, because it's long with peasant-style puff sleeves. However, it's clear that it's not remotely a wedding-like dress, or bridal party dress. She asked me how could I wear white, when she is the bride. Her wedding festivities had begun, we just got back from her bachelorette party, and her bridal shower is towards the end of October, after my birthday, and me wearing white is not okay. Only she can wear white. You're not a bride, you cannot wear white, were her words. I took it as a joke, and told her, it's my birthday, I can choose to wear whichever color I want. She is a Reddit lurker, and I told her I was going to ask Reddit for their opinion. So Reddit, would I be the idiot if I choose to wear white to my birthday dinner? Or is my sister on the verge of becoming a bridezilla? So far things have been light-hearted between us, however, I do believe she would take issue with me wearing white. Too long, didn't read, I want to wear a white dress for my birthday in October, my sister is getting married in November. She thinks only she can own the color, until after her wedding day. Edit, I live in Miami, where white does not go out of fashion. OP also share in the comments. She told me, people getting married will understand, which I totally disagree with. So do we OP, so do we. I wasn't planning on wearing white to anything bridal related, just my birthday. As long as you don't wear white to her wedding, or to any wedding event, you can wear white, whenever you want. She can't prohibit other people from wearing a color, just because she wants to, for no reason. And yes, that's not a valid reason, because the reason for you not to wear white on your birthday, only exists in her head. Not the idiot. I don't know why your sister is acting like this, maybe she was jealous of how good you looked in your white dress, and doesn't want anyone to draw more attention than her during this period, even though it's not on her wedding day, or remotely close to. There are people who think that their wedding is the event of the year, of the century, and until that day occurs, nothing, or no one can take their attention away from it. But anyway, like I said, not the idiot. Wear your white dress on your birthday, and your sister will just have to deal with it. Now let's read what the comments say. Not the idiot. The white wearing ban is only on wedding day, not before, not after. That's exactly what I told her. Thanks. You can wear it out with your friends for your birthday, but you would be the idiot to wear it to any wedding event. Not the wedding, not her shower, not the rehearsal dinner, not to brunch the next day. Not the idiot. The only time it'd be wrong for you to wear white is to her, or another person's wedding. She doesn't own white for the year leading up to, and the year following her wedding. These women, they are really something. Not the idiot, you could buy a legit wedding dress to wear to your birthday and still not be the idiot. The nobody wears white thing applies to the day of the wedding, and nothing more. Not the idiot. Your sister is going to have a big task on her hands, making sure that no one who plans to attend her wedding wears white between now and the wedding date. Because surely, if this applies to you, it applies to the rest of the guests as well. And what do you guys think of this situation? What would you say to OP's sister? And what suggestion would you give to OP on how to deal with her? Leave your comments down below. And that's it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time.